Hello everybody. Today I try out playing pool in virtual reality. Now if I type pool in SideQuest, you can see there are several of them, but definitely not many pool games in virtual reality that I found. Anyway, there are two ones in early access, still experimental, and one of them was actually two of them led me understand actually what can work and not cannot work in virtual reality. And basically, you need to give players a great degree of freedom for control to modify the controls to their liking. Now, the first one that I tried, it's called Killer Pool. This is one that you see here. It was actually a terrible experience. And the other one that I tried, it's called Black Hole Pool. Both of them available via SideQuest. And that one was actually better. So let's try with the first one. As you can see, this one was just absolutely terrible, absolutely terrible. And I'm going to show you how actually the other one solved some of the issues that I had. So basically, movement, it was actually comfortable because again, this is not room scale VR game. So basically, if you want to move around the table, you won't move in your room, right? So what they did is give you the option for players to just rotate around the table, or actually rotate the table so you can position yourself in a certain location where you want to start position yourself near the ball and hitting the ball. This, I don't know, has so many issues, so uncomfortable. Something just went to the semi-transparent mode and just I couldn't hit anything. However, the good thing is that when I put my cue on the table, you know, when you just lean your head and the cue touches the table, I can actually feel this little vibration that makes it feel very tactile, and it actually felt very good. I actually felt like the cue is actually touching the table, so it was actually really nice. So this is something that I haven't experienced in the second one, but I experienced here, and it was actually designed well. Again, both of them are very experimental, so. Again, I'm not expecting everything to be perfect, but definitely this can, people want to develop pool games for virtual reality can definitely learn from these experiences what to do, what not to do, or maybe again, just understand that they're supposed to be give players plenty of options so they can actually adjust the game so it can work well for them. So this just shows you that making a pool game in virtual reality can be a bit tricky. Of course, you're not going to lean on a table, right? Because there's nothing there. Unless maybe a game will give you an option to actually align the virtual table on top of the real world table that you have. But again, the idea is that we don't have, many of us don't have pool tables, so we can actually just enjoy playing this in virtual reality. Anyway, this is the second one called the Black Hole Pool. This was much better. So as you can see here, of course, the balls are much larger. I think that it should be. I don't know why. Just look a bit awkward. But I like the reflections of the ball. Looks really nice. But this one actually is good because, again, moving, rotating through and moving through the rotating the table was actually very comfortable here as well. But here, when I press the grip button, I'm actually can lock the stick, and it feels much better when you have this kind of a locking mechanism. So once you're ready, you position the stick, you know, where you want it to point at towards the cue ball. You can just lock it and then just release a very accurate shot. Because if not, because in the real world your hand is not actually on a table, it's just floating in the air, it won't be accurate when you move the stick and want to hit the ball. This is one of the problems that I had in the previous one because my hand is floating. So it's actually kind of shaking. So definitely it can lead to very inaccurate results. So this one solved this, but just allowing you to, after you aim properly, just to press the button and lock, and then you can just pull the cue stick and just hit the ball exactly the location. So I'm locking it, it's just pointing, and then I lock it. And just as when I lock it, I can just do a straight hit, very strong. Just moving my hand. Still I'm pointing it. Soon I'm going to lock it. You're going to see how it works. Now I lock it straight. You see? So this one works very well. So this mechanic, I think is a must, because you're not actually putting your hand in a stable thing in the real world. Your hand is just floating in the air. So this is, I think, is necessary to make it work right in virtual reality. Now, playing a pool in virtual reality is fun. I can tell you this straight away. Although, if there was an accessory for a game, that would be amazing. Something that maybe allows you to kind of a physical item that can go straight to the floor and you can just move it, and just something that gives you the tactile feeling that you're actually positioning your hand on the table. That would be nice, but maybe it's on overkill for something like that. But if a pool game, can be very popular for players and they want to play daily and even improve their skill with a very kind of a well-made pool game, I think this can be a good option. To just have kind of an accessory that give them the real world feeling of how it is like playing a pool game, but instead of playing in the real world, play in virtual reality. So the same is like having a stick in your hand, right? You don't need the entire length, by the way. Or maybe, no, actually you do. Depends, of course, where you position. So maybe having kind of a pool, a stick like this, in something physical that you can hold, that could be nice. Or maybe just attaching your controllers to a real world pool stick. I don't know. My head is just racing around with ideas, but the goal is, of course, to make it simple. If you create a pool game, to make it simple for players to play without any accessories. So again, you need to make sure that you nail the mechanics right in order for this to work. So if you want to try something, I'm probably going to try more. I found those two, and Black Hole Pool, this one was actually was good. I'm not saying really good, but it was good. So this is it, just 2 free pool games to play in virtual reality for Oculus Quest and Oculus Quest 2. So make sure you check it out if you want to see how it is like playing a pool game in virtual reality. So this is it. Until the next video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this one a like, and I see you soon on the next video. Cheers, bye bye.